find a way to close up that tunnel.
Agent needs assistance.
What's up guys, WOOO here, back again with another Division 2 video. Welcome back. Today's build is my 10-second Seeker Mine build. Guys, if you're looking for a skill build where you can sit back and cover, spam some skills, and play around with a sexy second skill variant, then this is the one for you. High damage, yeah, check the numbers in the gameplay. Huge skill damage, huge. Top of kills, yes you will, because you're getting 10-second cluster Seeker mines, and they are big, badder, boom. And that's exactly what you want on a build. You're going to deliver high damage consistently. And that secondary skill, which I'm using the Oxidiser, can be anything you wish. As long as, again, you get to deploy that skill every 10 seconds, you'll get those Seeker mines back, fresh as a daisy, out there to hit as many NPCs as possible when you drop your little cluster balls. That's what she said. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the build, enjoy the video, you know what to do, thumbs doodle. It helps me and the channel. And if you're new to the channel, drop the WOOO bomb on the sub button, ding the bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Guys, let's WOOO this. Now, before we go any further, without further ado, let's just say this thing right here and now. Hardwired is still powerful. It is. It is. If you say no, then guys, you are missing the point. On a Seeker Mine build, skills that have a really silly cooldown, for example, cluster Seeker Mines, we know they are stupid. So 10 seconds is amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, Rigger is still strong. It is powerful. Yes, it is. Of course it is, but Hardwired gives you a little bit more, in my opinion. Having this on your build is still a strong way to go. A really strong way to go, and this is one of my favourite builds in the game because of the power you can output consistently. You've seen the numbers, you've seen the gameplay, you know how hard it hits, and I'll demonstrate in the range at the end of this video. But still, guys, it is simple and easy to farm for, and again, you're going to deal some high skill damage, and that's what you want. You want to do MVP numbers on your build, and this will set you back that way. So, no reds, no blues, it's a yellow build. Full yellow on this build. So, Demolitionist, that is the choice of specialization. Why? Because of that explosive damage. You need that on your build. You really, really do. And that explosive damage will help your Seeker mines go boom a little bit louder. And that's what you want on the build. Simple. Demolitionist, I can't see a way past that. Then guys, it is 4-piece hardwired. You can see that on the build. I'm going to go through that now. 726k armor, 316k health, and let's go through the build. We'll start with the mask. The mask is China Light Industries Corporation. Now with the mask, guys, it doesn't have to be China Light. It can be hardwired. That's fine. As long as you have 1-piece China Light on your build somewhere other than the holster, chest, and backpack. So your mask, your knee pads, your gloves, could be or should be one piece of China Light Industries Corporation. Why 15% explosive damage? It goes such a long way. It really does. Get this on your build. One piece China Light, laughing. Skill damage, skill haste. That's exactly what you want. That's what you need on the build. And also that skill haste utility mod, which is nice. Now we're going to look at the holster. The holster is the exotic waveform holster. And if you haven't got this, guys, get your ass farming through seasons to get that level 90, because this is the reward that you'll get. If you're a skill builder, this is one of the best items in the game for stacking that skill damage. You're going to rock and roll with this. Now, 9.4% skill damage, 10.2% skill haste. See, there's a little bit of room for improvement through, yeah, you get it, crafting. But my crafting skills are absolutely appalling. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, the talent. Alternating current. Generate a stack of 3% skill damage on one of your skills every second. Capping at 10 stacks. After 10 stacks at the cap, the stacks transfer to your other skill. The process then repeats ad infinitum. Simple. It is a really strong piece of gear to have. It works exceptionally well on the turret and the drone. That's something to bear in mind. My last video works well. Also works well with the Seeker mines. It is a really good piece to have on your build. I recommend it on any skill build, guys. It is exceptional. Now let's take a look at the gear pieces. Now we'll start with the knee pads, and the knee pads is hardwired. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what hardwired is and they're new to the game, it's a gear set that used to be the best gear set in the game. It has been usurped over time, with gear sets becoming stronger, more powerful, and hardwired has kind of left been falling behind, which is a bit of a shame. What a lot of people did pre TU12, they used to have 3-piece hardwired and then 2-piece had a U and 1-piece Wyvernware for that max amount of skill damage. Yeah, you lose a little bit of skill duration, but that's irrelevant. You've got that extra skill damage at 5% bonus in the bank. So a lot of people opted for this setup, the 3-piece hardwired, 3 high ends. Not many people would use the 4-piece hardwired because of the talent feedback loop and the 10 seconds. Well, it is what it is, but I like this. I really, really like this, and it works a treat. Again, if you just synergize your skills, you are laughing. So guys, hardwired, 2-piece is 15% skill haste, the 3-piece is 15% skill damage and 30% repair skills, which ultimately, may I add, it means you could roll with a healing skill to boost your healing for your teammates. That's an idea, that's another option. 4-piece, feedback loop. Whenever you use or cancel a skill, your other skills cooldown is automatically reduced by 30 seconds. While increasing total skill damage and repair by 10% for 20 seconds. Feedback loop can occur once every 20 seconds. See there, guys, that's going to shave off 30 seconds from the cooldown. Awesome. That's what you need. That's why, again, it's essential if you're going to use something that has a really silly cooldown, hence me using cluster seeker mines, and we'll demonstrate later in the range. On this, guys, where you want to be going is all your pieces, they have to be skill damage. All singing, all dancing, skill damage max if you can. The gloves, guys, again, it is the it's the second piece of hardwire we're looking at. Hardwire, guys, trust me, it's a really nice setup. It's still a nice piece of a gear set. It is nice. But again, it's skill damage. Again, this doesn't have to be hardwired as in this piece. It could be China Light, that's fine. As long as you have the 4-piece hardwire with your chest and the backpack, laughing. 10% skill damage. The backpack is, again, this piece. Why I'm saying this piece, because I've added something a little bit different on there. Let's have a look. So skill damage is 10%. And I've added a max armor on kill mod. Now what you could do with this, this applies to skills and obviously your weapons. You're going to get a lot of kills with this build. You've seen the gameplay, you'll get a lot of kills. So having that nice little tickle of armor does help. It does go a long way. It's like a little bit of armor regen, which is decent because there's none on the build. Now you could use 3 pieces of this. You don't get a 10-second seeker mine. You will get more so like a 14-second seeker mine. But potentially you could have around about 54k. Yeah, 54k extra armor on kill. Something to bear in mind. I've opted against that because I want the seeker mines back as quickly as possible. So I try and time it best way possible for that 10 seconds. Kind of OCD in my head. That's how I work it. So for me, it's nice to have one piece, and I'll show you why shortly. But 18885 armor and kill works a nice little treat, and also the talent is short circuit. Decreases feedback loop from 20 seconds to obviously 10 seconds. The chest piece, what it's going to do for you is it's going to give you positive reinforcement, which is increasing your skill damage from 10% to 25%. Ace. 25% skill damage every 20 seconds. Nice. Also, guys, with this, skill damage again on the chest piece and a max skill haste mod. With this, I'm using 2 skill haste mods and 1 armor on kill mod. Because I want to get, again, around about that 30-second cooldown with the Seeker Mines to get the most from it, i.e. 10 seconds. That's the gear, guys. Let's just take a look at the weapons. Weapons, very simply, the capacitor. The capacitor is, I mean, the way you look at it, guys, it's the best AR for skill builds and hybrid builds. Simple. There's just, you cannot look past it, guys. Why is that? Simply because capacitance. Shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage, which is overall, when you hit those 40 stacks, an extra 60% skill damage. You can see where I'm going now. After 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. For each skill tier gain, 7.5% total weapon damage. So guys, just add on, because you've got 6 skill tiers, add on an extra 45% weapon damage with your capacitor. You can see why now this is the best AR, well, the best weapon in the game for skill builds. You put them two together, you got the extra skill damage, extra weapon damage. Just why wouldn't you? You'd be silly not to. Mods, crit chance, rounds, crit damage, and weapon handling. Secondary, that in case you run out of rounds or whatever, it is perfectly in sync on the harmony. Again, hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. The damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. That's crit chance, rounds, crit chance, and critical damage are the attachments. Again, this is an excellent choice for a secondary weapon, because yeah, you're losing a little bit of skill damage, just a little bit, and a little bit of weapon damage, but still it is a great alternative. If you ran out of AR ammo, then get this as your secondary. You won't look back. Sidearm, again guys, I do not use this, so don't worry. This is open to interpretation. You can use whatever you so damn please. I don't use my sidearm, but this is what I have equipped. The TDI Card Custom with In Sync as the talent. Mods, guys, or attachments, headshot damage, rounds, crit chance, and more critical hit chance. Now the skills, guys. We'll look at the skills because that's what you're here for. Seeker Mines. Okay, cluster Seeker Mines. You have to get them, guys. You just, yeah, they're so good. And it's, yeah, you could have explosive Seeker Mine, but still the problem is with that. Let's take a look. You've got that 20-second cooldown anyway. You've got the airburst, which is 17.5 seconds with the cluster mines. Again, they do more damage because you have more of them. But guys, this is the best one to go. This is the best route I would take. Cluster Seeker Mines. And yet, guys, we know they don't always hit their targets. But you're having 10 cluster Seeker Mines, that means you're going to get a couple that will hit. And that's potentially, what's that? I've hit some 5-6 million damage with these little clusters. So they do hit very, very hard. And I'm not near any max skill damage either. I'm close. So you can see why now, guys, this is super duper powerful. Cooldown 29.2 seconds. If I go above that 30-second threshold, it's just going to add on to the 10 seconds. So if it goes to 32 seconds, it will be 12 seconds. If it goes to 33, 13 seconds, 34, 14 seconds, and so on. That's why you need to get it around about that 30-second mark for the best benefits of the build. The damage is 2.86 million. We know that if we had two-piece Grupo Sombra, that would elevate it a bit more. Maybe we had Wyvern where it would elevate it a bit more, but white with the waveform holster, it's just elevated anyway. So, guys, yeah. Don't worry too much. 2.86 million is immense. It's great. You can get 3.2 million. Of course you can. But don't worry. This is powerful. Trust me, guys. It is super duper powerful. The mods on these guys, very simply, damage. More damage and cluster mines. You can see 2 max Seeker Mine damage. Beautiful. And cluster Seeker Mines are key for the extra cluster that's going to run away and go big bada boom on them pesky NPCs. Now, the other skill, guys, is open to interpretation. I've used the Oxidiser. I like the Oxidiser, a very underused skill variant that has still a wonderful place in the game. Now, with this, cloud damage, don't worry too much about the cloud damage. It's 173,000 per tick. It isn't. This will be elevated when all the stars are aligned, guys. I'm hitting 280, 290 quite easily. It is powerful. I've hit over 300 with this as well, quite easily. Easily, guys. Oxidiser still has a great place in the game because it's just a very good skill variant. However, Firestarter, yeah, you'll get a bit more damage. Yes, I think you will. But I like using the Oxidiser. And again, the numbers don't lie. You've seen the numbers. It shreds. So maybe if you use the Firestarter, maybe you can do a little bit more damage. That's up to you. But for me, personally, I like to mix things up. And the Oxidiser is nice for me. And that 10-second tick, boom. Say no more. Turtles mods, guys, you got to get damage on there. And you got to get ammo. Simple. I don't think there's any way past it. Damage and ammo. Now let's take a look at the stats before we go to the range. Again, don't worry, guys. I say this every single video at skill builds. Don't worry about your weapon damage. It'll be amplified. It'll be boosted because of the capacitor. So don't worry too much about that. This is a skill build. It is not a DPS build. It's not a Dark Hours raid build, guys. This is a skill build for legendary content, for difficult content. Solo difficult. Guys, it works. I've tested. It does work. So don't worry too much about your weapon damage. Worry about the skill damage and getting it elevated as high as you can. Lastly, guys, let's take a look at this armor on kill 18885, which is tasty. Given you'll be booming a lot of NPCs with this, and again in heroic missions, you're booming a lot in this. You're gonna get a lot of kills, so that nice little armor on kill helps. Trust me, it helps. And lastly, guys, skill haste is at 71%, which isn't a great deal, but I don't give two monkeys. Why? Why, guys? Simple. Hardwired gear set does all the work for me. Gets my Seeker Mine back every 10 seconds. So it's irrelevant. And then we look at the secondary skill, which is this one. It's a 14.6 second cooldown. So with that, again, at times you will start to run out of these. But guys, you know in every situation where in terms of going from one area to the next, you will make that back up. So I'm consistently at 4 and 5, consistently. So don't worry too much about that either. This, guys, super build, highly recommend it. Now let's go to the range and let's see how good this is. Okay, boys, yeah, we're in the lovely WOOO. Let's go down to the range and just take a look at the build in action. So firstly, let's just slap that on. There you go. Let's make sure we still got that 71% awesomeness. Okay, right. Okay, so we'll just take a look at these. Firstly, guys, let's just damage self. And let me just show you how this works. Okay, so self-damage, let's just spam a Seeker and then watch the health bar or the armor bar. And again, a few kills and you'll see a bit of armor sprinkle back. And then we're just going to pop this. That brings my Seeker Mine back, which is ace. Then it'll just pop this. Same again. Seeker Mine again. You see, skill haste is disabled, so it's as normal. Easy as that. Again, let's pop this. Seeker Mine back, and you can see these are 10-second Seeker Mines. Nice and tasty, guys. Makes it easy. Look at this, and it's still that consistent tick. Right, same again. Again, not really using the capacitor much, but you see, guys, it's a nice build. And that nice cloud duration as well. I like it. Spam the Seeker. And this is the build in action, guys. It ticks every box. If you want to build that hits hard, you can utilize any skill you wish in the game, and you're still going to get some nice Seeker Mines and explosive damage. You get some skill damage. You're going to shred, and you've seen the numbers. You are going to push out and pump out some amazing skill damage numbers. Guys, this is my hardwired 10-second Seeker Mine build for any content, and then guys, you know what to do. You can obviously switch out the Oxidiser to the 5-starter or whatever you wish. That is on you. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.